All right, so right here on the WJ 4.7, we just lifted it up, not by the suspension, but the actual body itself. So now that we have it lifted up, we're gonna get underneath and get the Y pipe and get that uninstalled. All right, it's a little tough to show you guys, but these are the Y pipes underneath. This is why it's so difficult on the 4.7 to get the oil pan out without removal. But if you see, it's just those two bolts. And then on the passenger side, you have, on the passenger side, you have a couple bolts. So let's see, they're tight, but hopefully they'll be attainable. So I'll get in there and remove these out. All right, I want you guys to see where I'm at. Follow those extensions. See that one bolt up towards the top, right in there. You see all the extensions are running all the way up to get to that exhaust flange. Pain in the ass, absolutely. Can it be done? Absolutely. Does it suck? Absolutely. All right, so you guys can see exactly my extension setup. It's long, it's not ideal. Does it work? Absolutely. 15 on one end. Got one out already, going for. All right, so you guys know exactly where you're looking at. I'm going from the front, right back in there. So the exhaust flanges, I sprayed the heck out of it with a PB blaster, and that thing came right out. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna remove the driver's side. I've done the passenger, that was the hardest part. I figure I might as well cuss up a storm before I get over here. Bring a quick light so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This little thing's magnetic, so I'll just leave it right there. But that's coming out next. All right, guess what, guys? So this complete is moving. 4 bolts, we're good. The exhaust, what is it that high? Let's see what we're gonna do here. So looks like the exhaust is, all right, so now that the exhaust is loose, looks like it is just laying right there. So I don't know if I have to remove the whole exhaust yet. Let me show you why. Look how much movement we have. So I think we're good. So I'm gonna take off the cover, this little baffle cover thing, and I want to make sure the oil is coming out from there. I'm pretty sure. I mean, look how soaked that is. It's black. I mean, it looks red right there, but it's absolutely oil. No transmission fluid. Where I'm at now, so I'm over close to the transmission bell housing, oil pans right here. All the bolts go around. I haven't touched them. Taking off that little baffle, like I said. I got 1 bolt left. There's 1, 2, there is 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 bolts on that thing. This is the last one about to come out now. You can see it's about to come out. So I have the this complete thing out, right? So I want to show you. So you see the transmission lines right up there. All right, so I'm gonna turn this away, and when you're messing with this piece, you can see it's touching right there on the transmission lines, right? So I'm gonna put down the phone. I'm pretty much gonna just bend those back. We're talking about like 1/2 inch of clearance, so I should be able to move that and get this whole thing out. All right, so like I mentioned, all I had to do is get that. This pretty much slides out. Ooh, look at that. This pretty much slides out. Let me move the exhaust a little bit and be able to remove it. All right, so when everyone's talking about the rear main seal, this is what they're talking about. They want to see if this is dry on the inside. Completely bone dry. Check out, that's the inside. The outside, freaking covered in oil everywhere. Yeah, so that is from the gasket. Let me put up a light. Oh shit. Let me put up a light. Turn on the light. Actually. All right, so we can see that's all dry in there, so that's good news. But oil pan, not so much. We got oil everywhere. So we're gonna drain that and then remove that pan, and we should be good to go. All right, so I'll put you guys on game exactly what happened. So I have lifted the Jeep by the body and not the suspension. When you lift the Jeep and you put it on the jack stands from the body, it allows the suspension to lower down all the way to maximum travel. Once I did that, I got in there and got the Y pipe. I wanted to start just on the difficult side, which is the passenger side. The passenger side is a pain in the butt. I used a ton of extensions. You saw what I was doing there. Then I got the driver's side. That's easily accessible. Once I did that, the exhaust dropped down and it hung up on the, I want to say like the transmission mount. So it's just resting on the transmission mount right now. I didn't remove that at all. I think it goes further back than the transmission mount, but whatever, it's laying right there. And once I did that, the exhaust gave me the ability to move it back and forward a solid 4 inches. Also, remember when you take off the exhaust bolts, that you just have to take it off on one side. You don't have to hold anything on the back side, which will save you a lot of headache. I knew it already because I did a ton of research before I started doing this work. Now that I've done that, I took off that little baffle looking thing, 6 bolts, something like that. It wasn't difficult to take off. Bone dry on the inside. Great news, it's not the rear main seal. And now I just got a bunch of oil I got to clean up, and I'm going to drain the oil. Pan should come out. Looks like it's going to slide right out. So hopefully this is all the information that you guys need to do this job. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but it's not overly difficult. Just make sure you have 100% proper extensions, and the extensions, and what do you call these stupid things? Ooh, so this right here. Everything I've done so far has been with a 15 millimeter, the entire underside. So that's great. That little baffle looking thing, all the exhaust bolts. So a 15, this right here, bunch of adapters, extensions, and just muscling through. As you can see, full of oil. It's just the way it works. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just reach out. But I think you got it after this video. I don't think there's anything out there for the 4.7 liter WJ Jeep Grand Cherokee that really lets you know 100% for sure. So hopefully this will be the one. And I always put up videos like this, so subscribe if you guys like, and I'll help you out as much as I can. Cheers. All right, so what we're doing now, bought one of these bad boys. I think it was on Amazon or I don't know, maybe AutoZone. I dig it. It's cool. Just let it drain in there. It fills everything up. It's got a handle and you can go dump it. Actually, it was AutoZone. I did get it from AutoZone. I remember now. So we got everything draining here. We're looking good with all the tools. Everything's going the way it should. No major headaches. Just do the most difficult part first. Like I said, the exhaust, and then you'll be good to go. Oh, the reason I'm doing the oil now is so that I didn't have oil all over the place when I was working on the rest of the stuff. So that was highly important for me. I've worked on cars many times with oils all over my hand, or oil all over my hands, and it is terrible. So I wanted to do it slightly differently this time around. All right, guys, you like that angle, huh? So this is what everyone wants to see. So hopefully that gives you a good angle. And you guys will be able to see what I'm up to here. So this is where we're at. Exhaust pipe. Let's see what I can finagle here, because it's not like it's so hot. Let's see if this goes back. Let's see if I can. This, bro, I really didn't think this shit was gonna come out, dude. You see that smile on my face? Can you see that? That's all we had to do. Transmission line's still in, a baffle's still in, but everything's going great, man. This job couldn't have been worked out better for me. Let's just say that. You know, I that's all I can say. I'm fucking happy. All right, guys. So I forgot all about one thing, and it ended up working out. Let me show you real quick. Where am I at? Oh yeah, let's check this out. Guess what that is over there? Is that the starter? Absolutely, that's the starter right there. And guess what didn't have to be removed? The effing starter. That's great. Just exhaust, literally. Dropped the exhaust down, lifted the car, and you're good to go. This job isn't that hard. It sucks, but it's not that hard. I went ahead and cleaned that surface. I had a little bit of degreaser on a rag, so I went through it and just I was having a hard time putting it in, but I didn't realize that it was hitting on the transmission lines. So just make sure you slide in the passenger side in first, because there's a metal baffle that'll keep hitting the top of the, not the oil pan, but the bottom of the engine, the bottom of the block. So just make sure you go in passenger side first. It's not that hard, you'll figure it out, but just want to let you know that I was dealing with that for just a little bit.